Hey, yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy CNG. You are now tuned in with the Lit Outlet Podcast. Yeah. Está muy duro, especially being, first generation Mexican out here. Our parents, they came out here and we're, as immigrants. And my parents picking me up from school and then being paranoid about getting pulled over porque no tienen licencia and all that stuff. And our whole life we had to live in fear. I feel like it was rubbed off on me because I was worried for my parents because they're like, you'll hear stories sometimes que a veces los mandan para atrás a muchos de los trabajadores que people that they're working with.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Moses, aka Nomo, chilling right here in the Lit Out Podcast. Got a very special guest in the building. I got Mr.
Hey, what's poppin', man? It's your boy CNG, solid mob in the building, man. Shout out my boy. Appreciate you having me, dog.
Hey man, thank you so much. We got a legend in the building. Thank you so much for putting
Man,
up
I
the
appreciate that, bro.
podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome to Southgate, the first and last time you're probably ever gonna be in Southgate. The only time people pull up is to pull up to the podcast, bro. Have you been to Southgate before?
Yeah, man, I got family out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a family
Shout
out
out
here.
Southgate, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
love.
Fuck,
It's
I
love.
fuck with that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We going up,
It's all
baby.
love, man. Come on.
Let's get it.
Y'all got an in and out right here too.
We
on
got a brand
Firestone,
new
man.
in and
Yeah.
out, dog. Line long as fuck.
I be fucking that shit up, man.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, dog. Let's just start from the beginning, dog. Like, where'd you grow up?
Man, so growing up, I was as a kid, I was bouncing around a lot, bro. Like, I was born in Inglewood, moved to Pomona. After Pomona, moved to Indiana. After Indiana, moved to Chino. After Chino, moved to Ontario, and then just stayed in Pomona after that.
Okay.
For like 15 years. So, pretty much like the whole like Montclair, Pomona, Chino, Ontario area is like the area where I really like grew up the most of my life.
Okay. Is there like a big reason why you guys kept moving around?
It was like, you know what I mean, like my parents was just trying to find out like where it was like best, you know what I mean? Sometimes it was a little hard growing up and stuff like that. We would go through some money issues and stuff like that. So Indiana was a lot cheaper out there. I was out there for like 2 years. This was all when I was a kid, bro, like really, really young. So yeah, just bouncing around with family too, you know what I mean? Just because, I'm like, mi familia vinieron de Mexico, way, so it's like it was a little hard for us growing up, I'm the oldest of my family, so it was a little hard for us growing up. Definitely had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying, to get where we are. So
you're
I feel
definitely
like it made me what I am, though,
facts. You're a child of immigrant parents, and so am I. My parents are from Mexico too. So like I always say, like growing up, they were here, but they weren't really here because they're always working and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they weren't really like familiar with like the growing up in this country, like the American experience and stuff like that. Did you grow up with like both parents in the picture? Were they always like around?
Yeah. Well, my mom was a single mother growing up. My real pops is in Mexico. I met him one time. But I have a stepdad. That's basically my real father. He's always been there since I was a child. He took that responsibility, and I respect him for that. That's like one of my best friends to this day. So I got a respect for him that I don't have for no other man. You know what I mean? Because he really took like for if you you get with a mother with a son, and you take on the responsibility to be his father, and that's not easy to do, bro.
Right, raise them as your own.
Yeah, so I respect that 100%. Shout out my pops, man. He showed me a lot too.
I want to talk about a little bit too about the name CNG.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me how that came about.
I feel like in life, bro, I feel like everything comes and goes. I wanted something to define, like even with music, like the shit you speaking about is the shit you going through at the moment or that you went through. Like let's just say artists, like they say they missed the old artists when they were coming up. Well, they're not rapping about the same shit now because now they live in a different life, so you could only rap about that for so long, like, I don't know. I feel like everybody's situation is different. I can't speak for everybody, but for the most part, I want something to represent, like, everything that comes and goes throughout my life, So I started calling myself Comes and Goes.
That's fucking hard as fuck, dog. I did not know that, dog.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope as fuck.
Yeah.
It's deep as fuck.
I shortened it up as CNG. It's just a lot simpler. I wanted something to be easy, like CNG everywhere, like find me everywhere under that CNG. I didn't want to make it too complicated, and it just stuck, bro. It's catchy, and it definitely has a strong meaning behind it. So, That's where we are with it.
What is like some of your earliest musical memories you have?
I went through a lot with music. Like it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for my journey, bro, and how and the shit I had to go through to get here. It wasn't easy, but I'm grateful for it because I learned a lot. You know, I didn't have a mentor or somebody teaching me this shit. Like I had to take a lot of L's on the way, bro. But I always was fascinated with not necessarily rapping, but I was fascinated with the power of music and what it could do. Like anytime I went to a pawn shop or anything like that, I would just go just to look at all the instruments, like all the DJ equipment. Uh, this right here, you know,
The
you got the
mixer.
Focusrite, the mixers. I was just so fascinated by it. I thought it was just so like amazing to see like what these tools can create. You know, like I felt like it was magic, dog, when I was a little kid, and I was just so in love with it. You know, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. Like it was just something I couldn't like let go of. I wanted to learn more, and you know, my boy, like when I was in elementary school, my boy Daly, man, shout out my boy Gesser, man, that's my brother. He gave me this little voice recorder. You remember those little old ones?
Okay.
He's like, his grandma had given him it, and he was like, here, bro, like, you know, that's my dog. He's always believed in me since we were kids, you know? Like how I got a passion for it, he's had a passion for me doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
So he would come with shit, even with cameras, you know, whatever it would be, like, to try to shoot a music video or whatever the case may be. He gave me that little voice recorder. He used to hang it up on like a little, wherever I can hang it up on, I'll grab like a metal wire. I'll put a speaker behind it to give it some bass, and I'll just throw on the beat. And I'll have my tracks in this little voice recorder, you know what I'm saying? After that, saved up some money, bought one of those speakers that had came out where you could plug the microphone in, you know. We would catch a ride to Venice or Hollywood Boulevard, set that shit up right there. I didn't have no money for flashcards, you know. Me and him, we wrote like on like 200 flashcards, my Facebook and my SoundCloud, because Instagram wasn't really popping back then. And while I was rapping in the middle of the street, anybody walk by, he would just give him a flashcard with my info on it, you know. And what's crazy is down the line, years down the line, when my music started to pop, some person reached out to me on Facebook. I don't even go on Facebook no more, but he was like, hey, bro, like, I remember you from that day on Hollywood. Like, your boy gave me that flashcard, you know, and it's crazy to see how far you came. So, like I said, bro, that's just a little short part of it, but the process has been long, but it's been ugly but beautiful at the same time. You know, it's humbling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You think it was all worth it?
Fuck yeah, man. Like shit, I take care of my family off this shit now. You know, I feel like a lot of people just think this shit comes overnight. You know, for some people it might come overnight. It might be a lot faster, a lot easier, but mine was definitely a lot longer. But it's cool because you know I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of knowledge behind this music shit, you know, and I learned a lot, took a lot of L's and shit like that. That's with anything, bro. You got to be a risk taker, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's, you know, that's how I made that song, Risk Taker, for all my risk takers, you know, and just everything I do, my music, I try to just be very as inspirational as I can as possible, because that's just the type of person I am, you know? I'm just very inspirational, bro, and I want others, you know, my people around me to, you know, be their own boss and do the same and shit like that.
You know, we're Mexican. We come from immigrant parents, first generation, right?
Yeah.
Why hip hop?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I really don't know. I just feel like that was just what was around me, what I was put onto first. Obviously, like the corridos and shit like that, like the cumbias, you know, moms and pops would listen to that all the time. But like as a youngster growing up, like hip hop was just like, you know, was just around me a lot. And you know, obviously I started listening to like West Side Connection, like, you know, Pac, The Game back then when he released the documentary, 50 Cent, you know, The Massacre, Get Rich or Die Trying, all that shit, bro. Like, I used to be a big underground hip hop head too, dog. Like, you know, there was this group called like the Funk Doobies, Evidence, like Terminology, all that shit, you know. I used to listen to a lot of underground hip hop too, but I always liked it, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I always felt like you know, hip hop in our culture is kind of like it's just like the undertone or the background music of America, you know, being from being in the urban culture and stuff like that, hip hop was very prevalent,
Yeah.
and it was something that we kind of couldn't avoid. We definitely had homies and cousins who just stuck with the corridos and the Spanish music.
Yeah.
But to me, like hip hop called out for me. I'm a huge fan of hip hop, and I feel like
Yeah.
I'm also very attracted to like underground culture or like I don't want to say negativity, but like doing shit almost like against the rules,
Mm.
or being an individual. And I feel like hip hop lends itself to express your individuality.
Well, to be completely honest with you, bro, like, I do hip hop and shit, but like, keep it real with you, like, I don't really even listen to that much hip hop, bro. Like, I'm very open to just music. I love music. I love like the oldies. I love the cumbias, the corridos, lo que sea. Like, I'm just in love with music, dog. I listen to like, if I showed you my playlist right now, it's like, it looks bipolar. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I just love music.
Okay. You say you took a lot of L's coming up in the game, but you've also been one of the few people that have been able to sustain a certain steady climb to where you're at right now. What are some of the major like maybe factors or keys or moments in your life that you lean on to not give up and to keep going?
It's hard, dog. It's not easy. There's a lot of times I feel like giving up. We're human. We all feel like giving up at times. Sometimes it gets so hard that you just never even want to come back.
Facts.
But I think you just need time. You just need time to let it pass. Whatever you're going through, just let it pass. And try your best to keep your head up. And remember who you are and why you're here and why you're doing what you do. And all the fucking work you put in. Sometimes it's too late to go back. You put in too much work, my boy. You got to keep your foot on the gas. It gets hard, though. It does. But it seems like the bigger you get, the harder it gets. You would think that it'll get easier, but it's a lot harder. Sometimes I feel like, I tell my boy Navid all the time, like, sometimes I don't even feel like doing this shit no more. I miss the days where it was like, you could just do it because it's something you love. Like, when you get to a certain point with music or whatever you do in life, mainly I can speak about music because that's what I do. It's like, I feel like you just get like either judged or people try to like assume you're trying to do something or be something you're not. And it's like reality, you're just having fun. You're just doing what you love to do. And the internet, like I'm very like, I just told you right now, I don't really even like doing interviews because I just feel like a lot of like podcasters or people that do interviews, whatever the case may be, they just looking for like those little things to just start shit up. I've seen a lot of things go left with shit like that. I'm the type of person where I don't like to be in that type of spotlight. I just like to do me. I'm very like distant from all that shit. I don't like the viral attention spotlight. Keep it real, I don't even like fame, dog. I don't like it. Like I like going to the store and being fucking bummy ass clothes and you feel me, like somewhere where it's cool. Like I just like to kick back. Yeah. I'm not a I don't know. I just don't like that fame shit really. But it's just it's what comes with it. So it's a blessing and a curse. But sometimes it does get hard. I try my best to just stay clear from the bullshit and stay focused and do my own shit, stay in my own whatever lane I'm in. I just try to just keep doing what I'm doing, and how can I get bigger than what I am by staying away from everything else and all the drama and shit like that.
You just got off tour. You just headlined the tour.
Yeah, bro, that shit it was insane, dog. It was amazing. I love it. Shout out to fans, everybody that came out from every city. We went up. We fucking party like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, dog. It was dope as fuck. It was a dope experience. My first headlining tour. We were in the Sprinter with the whole Solid Mob team. We went up. The merch went crazy. The fans went crazy. And that's the shit that inspires me to keep going. Sometimes you get down a little bit, but things like that just bring you back up. I don't even like TikTok. I don't even do TikTok, bro. But recently I started like investing some time in TikTok. Just yesterday, I posted like a slide of like everybody bumping my new song Playmaker. They're just singing the lyrics, washing dishes, haciendo un pinche licuado con banana, dancing. And I
That's
was
hard.
like, I seen it and I was like, damn, this shit, it felt good. It felt good, bro. I never seen people vibe out to my shit like that. So here I am now trying this TikTok shit out.
What were the best cities that turned up while you were on stage, and which were the best cities to go clubbing in?
Oh fuck. I gotta say Portland was lit. The fans were lit. Salt Lake City. I think Salt Lake City was the top one, dog.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City,
Well, what about it? What about it?
they were well, the show.
Okay.
Salt Lake City, the fans were showing love. It was dope. Salt Lake City, shout out to y'all. Y'all went crazy. But clubbing, I gotta say Portland and Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, for
I
sure.
fuck with Arizona heavy. I got family out there, so I try to go like every spring training for like Dodger season or whatever out there, and turn up and like Arizona people are wild, dog.
Yeah.
They're a different breed,
I
homie.
left early, dog, and I left early from Arizona. I got a call that night. And my dogs, they got into some shit out there. Arizona it be popping out there.
Facts.
It be popping, and it's open carry out there. I heard everybody there, be kind of crazy out there, bro.
Do you still like feel like is it still surreal sometimes when like people that you looked up to growing up kind of reach out to you or you run into or like they kind of like give you a little bit of love and stuff like that?
Like looked up to as
Like
how
say you I don't know who you run into before, but like someone that you like listen to before, like tap in with you or like tell you you're doing a good job or just other people that are like
Yeah, that's always beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. But then sometimes you may run it. Sometimes you may support someone when you were nothing, and then you come up and you see like a different side, or now it's like some industry shit, or now it's like some ego shit, and it's like you were a fan of these people growing up, and now it's like, damn, all right, like it's just a game, dog. Like industry shit could just be industry shit, and just.
when you're writing lyrics or you're rapping or you're making music, do you have like full intention of what type of message you're trying to give out to the youth or your fans, or like is something where like you kind of just freestyle and whatever comes out?
Nah, I'm not the type of artist to go to a studio and freestyle. When I go to the studio, I'm very prepared on what I want to do and exactly how I want to do it. I don't know if you noticed, but I have like different styles. I could do some lit shit, some new school shit, but my go-to is the storytelling. I could also do like I do like the West Coast, super West Coast shit. Like I've always been a fan of those beats. It just that's that real. I like real authentic West Coast shit. And I could do shit for the ladies too. I'm very diverse, dog. Like I've always been diverse, even before like this shit started taking off. Like that has always like that's the fun in it. I want to do something that I haven't really done, and but if I do it, it's gonna be done right. It's gonna be executed right. And, my boy will tell you we got hundreds of songs. Trash a bunch of them. Only pick like 10. Gotta be hits only, my boy. Gotta be hits only. And I try to tell Frosty all the time too. He's like, I got a gang of music. I want to release it all. And I was like, make sure it's the ones that it's the ones. Just I used to be like that too. Because I would pay for studio time, so I felt like all the songs I recorded, I had to release them. Well, later on down the line, I had a project that I had out. I'm sorry to the fans, I ended up taking it down because I didn't like it. And that's just my mindset growing, and you just you learn and shit like that. Everything I leave, everything I put out, I want it to stay as a classic. I want it to be as big as possible with good song, good music and shit like that. I'm very picky when it comes to my music, dog.
No, I think it's good, dog.
Yeah, I be
Sometimes
like a perfectionist sometimes and shit.
yeah, people have different like ways of viewing things, right? It's all perspective, quality over quantity,
Right, right.
quantity over quality.
Yeah,
It's one of
exactly,
those things.
exactly.
Everyone's different, but
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate your pickiness, I guess you could call it. Who do you make music for?
I make music for everybody, but a lot of the times it's for myself, dog. It's the shit that I feel. So I would say I make music for myself, and people just relate to it. So I talk about everything I've been through, shit I'm going through at the moment, or shit that I'm vibing with, and people just fuck with it. That's music, you know. Just be you. Be you. Don't try to be something you're not. Don't make music for people. Make music
Yeah.
for yourself, because that's being you. If you make music for people, then are you you?
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. But everybody has their point of view on it.
Definitely have like transitioned into more like, well, not just a rapper, right? Because you got the label, you're doing tours,
Yeah.
you're definitely becoming more of a like I guess like a CEO boss in the game. Like, was that important for you to like focus on other avenues or helping other artists come up?
Definitely. I've always wanted to do that, but I knew that I couldn't give an artist my 100% because I'm so busy still doing me. But you know, my little homie Frosty, that's the first artist that, you know, me and my boy Navid, you know, we've been working together and helping him out. And you know, he's officially signed to Solid Mob Records, so I'm very happy about that. And Navid is somebody that takes that full like job on doing everything he's supposed to be doing. Well, I could do me, and he has, you know, he's running his shit. You know, I just come in when I got the shows. Anything I could do to help out, I pop in, do my thing. But he already got his motion, bro. He got his motion already. I'm just here to help out the best way that I could. He's gonna make it far though. He's gonna be big, bro.
I agree. I mean, I'm a
He's gonna
fan of
be
his
big.
music.
Yeah,
He's
he's
very talented. I think
talented
so.
motherfucker, bro. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
he's got a good head on his shoulder for such
Yeah,
a young age. You know.
yeah. Well, we try to teach him, bro.
Yeah,
Cause
doing a good job.
he's young, you know. He's young, bro. But
Yeah,
I told him, hey, bro, we gonna bump you up a good 10 years on your mentality. So
yeah.
it takes time, though. You know, we want him to learn and become his own boss too. So that's gonna take some time, but he's doing good so far.
I'm
He's
sure.
good though, bro. He's talented motherfucker.
I'm sure people have approached you before to like be in his situations for like sign me, let me sign you, help me out, let's do this and that. What made you pull the trigger or pick him out of everybody else?
Uh, I mean, we just like click, dog. Like that's my little homie. Like he good people, and I'm the type of person, you know, like I like being around like genuine good people and people that I truly fuck with. And you know, we hit it off. He's a good kid, bro. He's talented, funny ass motherfucker. You know, I know his family. He knows my family. Vienen las carnes asadas, yo voy a su casa, güey. Pinches tortas de lo que sea, güey. His
That's
mom
right.
makes some good ass food, bro. So
That's right. I could tell, homie.
yeah, you know, shit. So it's love, bro. Like, you know, I go to his son's birthday, his birthday party, shit like that. Like it's family, bro. Like it's deeper than rap. Feel me?
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
What's next for you? Like, what are some of the things, some of the goals and aspirations that you're striving for right now? Like, what's really important for you?
Just trying to be the just trying to double up on everything. It's just like brick by brick, dog. Everything I do day by day, brick by brick. What can we do to, you know, to expand bigger, to be bigger? I'm not trying to rap forever. I might just do this shit for another 2-3 years maybe, and maybe just chill. So I'm definitely 2023 has been a big business year for me. I've learned a lot of things from the business side, taxes. You know, I got two. I think I got two companies now, shit like that, and I'm starting to learn. I want to learn more about like investments and, you know, shit like that. My boy was telling me about the stocks and everything like that, all that shit, and I'm just like I said, sometimes I've been a little discouraged lately about the music shit, cause como que ya me está enfadando the industry shit, bro. Like maybe I'm not for it, you know, but maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much in my head. But the plans for me coming up, I wanna build like a legacy. I wanna build something that's gonna last and something that's gonna take care of me. Whether it's, you know, investing in, you know, buying a restaurant, a car wash, shit like that. Shit that's gonna take care of my family. I don't wanna just live in this moment right now and then later on shit just kinda, you feel me? You gotta think smart, you gotta think ahead. You always gotta think 10 steps ahead with whatever you do in life. That's how I feel.
Again, I appreciate you pulling up to such a small platform like myself with such a huge artist.
Oh,
It
it's all
means
love,
the
brother.
world to me, man.
Yeah,
Really
it's all love,
appreciate it.
man.
For me, like people liking and sharing and just watching the podcast, really helps me continue to be in business as far as being a podcaster and bring more artists and stuff like that. What are some of the things your fans or people who really fuck with you, like your real fanatical fans, can do to really like support your movement? Is it like shares, buying merch, going to your concerts? Like what are some of the top two or three things people could do to support you?
Of course. Yeah, like, share, comment, repost, all that. That's very that's what got me to where I am right now. Listen to the music. Share the music with one of your friends. Wherever you are, your job, your employee, you're at school. Just, hey, check out this, and they might love it. They might relate to it. It's all about sharing, sharing and showing love. And some people with the merch and buying shit, and some people it's a little hard for them. So that's why time to time I like to do like free shows, just free shit to give back, to the people that are more or less fortunate. Like that's what I do it for, because I've been there before. So I try to do it for the people. If you know by now, I do a lot of shit para toda la raza, güey. Yo soy mexicano y todo lo que hago es para mi gente, y mi familia, porque nosotros venimos de un lugar que, pues, está muy duro, especially being, first generation Mexican out here. Our parents, they came out here and we're, as immigrants, and um, my parents picking me up from school and then being paranoid about getting pulled over porque no tienen licencia and all that stuff, and our whole life we had to live in fear. I was, I mean, I feel like it was rubbed off on me because I was worried for my parents, because they're like, you'll hear stories sometimes que a veces los mandan para atrás a muchos de los trabajadores que people that they're working with. And shit, it's a scary thing, bro. Um, One day you could be here with your mom, your dad, and then your dad or your mom gets sent back and they can't come back.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of shit that a lot of people have to deal with. It sucks, but
Yeah, being separated from your, I could never imagine. I have a son. I could never be imagined him in any way, shape, or fashion being him taken away from me or me taken away from him and stuff like that.
imagine that, bro.
I got uncles who are deported who can't come
Yeah,
back.
imagine that.
Had to raise his daughter over FaceTime and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's tough. It's definitely something
it's
you gotta
fucked up. It's fucked up.
look over your shoulder.
Yeah.
But again, Doc, thank you so much for pulling up. Hopefully, we get to see you here back again. Definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to see what you do next in your career. We'll be rooting from the sidelines for you, Doc. Appreciate you
It's all
so
love,
much.
bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All
All
right,
love.
turn up. Peace up. Late.